Hey, so I just finished reading Phenomenology of Perception by Maurice Merleau-Ponty. Uh, this is an interesting book. Firstly, it was published in France in 1945. Now, that seems a little strange, don't you think? Because a certain event kind of left pretty much all of France in ruins at that point. Most of Europe was in ruins, if I recall correctly, in 1945. So, where did this massive scholarly work come from? Uh, and how was it not negatively impacted by those events? Um, this is from Scholar Select. Scholar Select is a series of books. Um, Scholar Select really selects books to publish that are of cultural or intellectual value, specifically cultural or historical value. That is, and this one is more of a cultural value, I believe. Um, Now, phenomenology is a field of philosophy which deals with derivation of meaning from the experience of phenomena. And as such, it is a very dense philosophy. It is very densely worded and usually uses a great deal of words, a variety of words. An exception to that was actually Heidegger. Heidegger did not use very many words. He used too few words, and that's part of why I didn't like his book. This book actually builds off of Heidegger in certain parts of it. The temporality, the description of temporality actually builds off of Heidegger. Now, he disagrees with Bergson, and I actually disagree with his disagreement with Bergson. But he does build off of Heidegger, and that is very interesting. He goes through different topics and defines them phenomenologically. For example, the cogito or cogito, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. It's a Latin word, first really put into use by Descartes. So he goes through and defines that. He defines freedom, actually. The last section is about freedom. Phenomenological definition of freedom, which is very interesting. And actually, that section kind of pushes things into the spiritual a little bit, even though Merleau-Ponty was very obviously an atheist. Now, Merleau-Ponty is not a dualist. He actually says at one point, "My body is my mind," or "My mind is my body." They are one and the same. They are inseparable and indistinguishable, which I disagree with. However, in another part of the book, he actually brings in the whole field of space-time into the being of a single limb. So your body is intertwined with space-time. And that was a very cool thing to say. So, yeah, this book was very interesting. There is something else that I really don't like. Near the end, he starts going off on about Marxism, and it's just Marxist rants. And it really doesn't have anything to do with what he's talking about. Although he tries to tie it in with what he's talking about, it really doesn't work. And I see what in the freedom section, he goes a little bit more into detail about it. And I see what he is trying to do. He's trying to incorporate the proletarian collective consciousness into perception. And it makes sense, but it doesn't work. Especially not since Marxism is total hokum. Total nonsense. So this book was very good overall. There's about 700 words on each page, so it's a dense read. But the word choice is varied. It is not like Heidegger, where he uses a very small set of words and it becomes confusing. The word choice is varied. Each point is gone over in detail with multiple experiments to back it up, so that's good. Yeah, very interesting book. I would like to read Husserl at some point in time, but I don't think I'll be reading Husserl anytime soon. That's about all. Thank you for watching. Peace.